MURN ice. Drink it cold.
Ndayandu unarusesa wa Venda and every tribe that has tuned in. Welcome to another special, and I mean special, tongue-dazzling, marvelous, elegant, beautiful show of Celebrity Couch Edition. And ladies and gentlemen, we are coming live to you from Miropa Casino, Polokwane, where the making of art and visuals is continuing today with Henny, Susani Chauke, aka Henny C.
Yeah.
How's it, my guy?
I'm good, man.
100%, man.
I'm good.
You know, I've been waiting for you, man. I've been waiting for this moment.
Hey.
And I really appreciate the fact you honored the invitation all the way from GHB.
And I was still designing the coat for you guys just to...
Is it?
So I look good.
Of course.
Yeah.
The drift is always in now.
Yeah, man. Thanks, man. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you for that, man.
Yeah.
Thank you for that, man.
Yeah.
But then, first thing first, before we go any further, man, why do you call yourself the Tsonga Prince? Where does that credit or validation come from?
Look, I did not want to call myself king of something. So, you know, it's better to downgrade yourself and call yourself a prince. It's much better. No one will fight you. But, you know, if you say you're a king of something, then it becomes a problem. No, I'm just kidding. Look, it's a nickname that was given by fans.
Okay.
So, even if it's one fan that just called me a prince, and then I took it and I ran with it.
So, before the Tsonga Prince, what were you called back then?
It was just Hennessy.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just Hennessy. There was nothing much to it. But then I think I was just Hennessy when I was still doing gospel. So then, you know, when I moved into this other side of music, that's where the name Tsonga Prince came about.
And then, of course, the C stands for Chauke, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah,
yes,
you're
sir.
creative there.
Yeah.
You're creative there. Do you have any desire to change it in future, maybe? This title, Tsonga Prince.
No. I'm not going to change it.
Okay.
I think it identifies me and it suits me well. I think it's you know, whoever gave it to me knew what they were doing, and actually it came and it fit the glove.
So you didn't remember who gave it to you?
No, I don't. But I know I was given. Okay. I don't remember, but yeah, I loved it from the beginning, you know,
sure.
and I think it just represents me well.
Yeah. No, I get you, man.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
go back where you grew up in the dusty areas of Pambo,
Yeah,
a village in Malamlel.
Yeah.
How was it back then? How was life back then?
Look, I would say it was normal. You know, we only start seeing the difference when we grow up and we move to other areas, and then when you come back, you get to see that. Oh, okay, well, this was some special space, you know. But actually, it was normal. It was exciting, and I think it was more relaxed, man. You know, we did not see. You know, we didn't even notice the day goes by. We were just living our lives without any hassle and tussles and stuff like that.
So how was the structure, you know, back at home?
Like, the structure was just simple.
Okay.
You wake up, go to school, come back. You know, you do the chores of the house, go play soccer.
You were
Sunday.
a footballer back then?
Yeah, I was. You see my legs.
I can see.
Yeah, but it was quite simple, man. It was quite simple, and you know, I was raised in a normal house. When I mean normal, where there's a father, a mother, and just, you know, my younger brother and my sister. So it was quite simple, and there was not a lot that one can say that it was out of order.
How many were you?
We're 5 in the family. It's my father and my mother, and then my two. My younger brother and my sister. My younger sister, actually, so I'm the eldest.
Who's Didi's favorite?
Look, I mean, you know, come on.
I don't know.
No, look, my father is a lover, and he showed us love, all of us, in different ways, you know. Obviously, me, now I was that child that came after a long time after they got married. They stayed about five years without a baby. So I came through, and I was a boy. Obviously, you know, he would go crazy about me.
So that's when you asked to when they tell you the story, they stayed together for 5 years?
Yeah, without the baby.
Okay.
So then, you know, when I came through, obviously I was the favorite. But obviously, if he gets another baby, which is my brother, he was like, yeah, So which means I can't make babies.
So wait,
And then my sister, she came through. She's the only lady. So you understand? So we are all special.
So tell me this.
Yeah.
If he was that happy because he had you after so long,
Yeah.
why did they name you Susan? Because I don't know.
Yeah.
I think Susan means remove it. Ne?
Yeah.
So why did they name you Susan?
Look, that's an interesting question.
Okay.
You know, I also asked myself because that's quite a heavy name, you know? And it's unusual, you know,
Sure.
to give a baby Susan. Yeah.
But
But look,
maybe named Itzakani or something.
exactly. But then my grandmother was sick. By the time I was born, she was sick.
Okay.
So her prayer was for, you know, whoever it is that, you know, they believe that, you know, maybe somebody is behind the sickness. So whoever was behind, she was saying, remove this sickness so I can play with my grandson.
Oh.
You understand? And I think she didn't stay long after I was born, and she actually, I think I was start learning to walk. I was chasing her around, they say. And then, yeah, I think she didn't last long after that.
Oh, it
Yeah.
makes sense now.
Yeah.
And then Henny, what does it mean?
Henny is the provider of,
Okay.
you know, the main guy in the family. It's an Afrikaans name. One exciting
Okay.
story. It's another story for another day.
I have all the time in the world, my guy.
It's a story for another day. That
I have all the time in the world.
Yeah, but you know, Henny is Afrikaans name. Yeah, you know, so you can understand. You can
Okay.
understand. You know, I was given by my doctor or my father's doctor or whatever. I don't know.
Or the family
But
doctor.
they didn't really go deep into it. But yeah, they say, you know, I was named after the family doctor. Yeah.
And then school, how was the structured school?
Hey, you see that one? Every time when I'm in an interview, it's like they can skip that part.
Because you were naughty.
Look, man, I was one of the cool kids at school.
Is
you
it?
can ask the people that I went to school with.
Yeah.
I was one of those cool kids that wore uniform, iron, and you know, polish my
You used to do it yourself,
shoes.
or your mom used to do it for you?
No. I was very responsible.
Okay.
Very responsible young man. And I remember my parents, sometimes they would go to Joburg and stay for a month or two. I would be left at home. You know, I'm talking about when I was about like 14. You know, already I was already that responsible that I could, you know, manage the house and do certain things. So school was quite exciting for me, but I will be honest, I didn't like school. It's just that I had to do it because, you know, it's normal for a kid. You go to school, you wake up, you go to school. That's what you do. So I was just doing it because for the sake of it. I did not like it. I don't want to lie to you.
Why?
I don't know. But
It was not just for you.
It was not for me.
So because you were still a kid, of course
I
you
did not
didn't
know.
You didn't know, or maybe what can you do with your life?
Exactly.
Mara, what was in your thought when you think, I want to quit school? What did you wanted to do?
Look, the time I told myself I'm quitting school, it was nothing else but for music. I did music, and that's what brought me here.
So that time you were already exposed to music.
Because I was doing grade 11 when I quit.
Okay.
I already got my report saying failed but condoned. You know, I could see, I'm going to grade 12. How am I going to do here? Because obviously grade 12, they won't push me. The result is coming from, where is it coming from?
I think it's
from
national.
National,
Yeah,
you know.
national.
The teachers don't know you there. Whoever is marking, they don't know you. So, man, I already knew that, you know what, I'm going to bite the dust here. So, to save myself from embarrassment. You see, I was condoned because I was well behaved at school.
Okay.
I was not the cleverest, but at least I was well behaved. So teachers felt, you know, this kid is willing, but unfortunately, he just don't have the, the education bone. Yeah.
So of course, because you wanted to do music, which I guess you were exposed to at church.
Yeah.
Who were you looking up to back then in your village? Like, who were the people that people were looking up to in your village?
Look, in my village, there was a guy called Jack.
Jack.
Yo, mfowethu. Hey, the guy is something else.
Okay.
There's a guy called Jack, you know, about Jack. When he hold the mic, you know, we all felt, you know, we should be doing what he's doing. You know, we felt like we wished we were him.
Yeah.
And even now, you know, when I look at him, I still respect him. He's got such a powerful voice, and is anointed, and he's one great musician, man. So he was in my village. I was blessed enough to grow watching some people like that. You know, it really inspired us to actually become who we are today. And I remember probably last year I sent him a message and I told him what I'm telling you now. It always comes to my mind when I'm singing, especially when I'm singing. I'm always thinking that he sang differently. He didn't sing like a village boy. He sang like I don't know, man, like an American, in a cool way.
So back then you also knew how American sounds
We
like?
knew.
So you were exposed to TV?
Of course.
Meaning you were privileged, nigga.
I was privileged with a generator.
Oh,
but no, not so privileged though.
But of course you're eating palone.
You know, no, Paloni was not there. Paloni was very scarce for everyone. Trust me. Even if your parents would have the money to buy Paloni, they would think twice before they do it because you don't want lightning. I'm joking.
So when you say
kidding.
you had a generator back home, it means you were watching the TV with the generator?
Yeah, black and white, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your house was one of those houses that people used to come to?
You know, you grew in my time. We'd come and watch Rambo there. Rambo there.
2000.
I mean, at least 2000. No, that's too early.
I was just assuming.
Yeah, but that was, my house was one of those houses where it was open for people to come through, you know, and would watch movies and all that stuff. You know, my mother was open for that.
Favorite movie back in the days?
Hey, you know, there's Rambo.
Okay.
The first one. I'm telling you, you know, when you're watching Rambo movie too.
And also practice it.
I am telling you, that was the movie. We would watch it, I don't know how many times. As soon as they say it's coming, you know, it's playing. And normally they used to play movies on Fridays. And it was one of the movies they liked to repeat. And we used to watch it and enjoy it.
Dramas or soapies?
Nah, I was not the guy.
Okay.
Nah, I was not.
Even Lesilo, you were not.
I was very scared of that. That one, it would give me stress. Just even that soundtrack already, when it starts, I was like, hey. And then when I thought I survived, and then came Kuhlala Bafile or something like that. I don't know if you know that one. I mean, like, it was one of those soapies that, you know, I couldn't really. I mean, I was
because it was not a thing.
No, but you know the storyline for it to this ghost and stuff. You know, and those days, man, it looked so real.
And you know, funny enough, I think yesterday, if not day before yesterday, I was with Pleasure Manyal.
Yeah,
she was also saying the same thing. But I was scared of those things.
Man, I'm telling you, I know. But well, looking at it now, I'm like, wow, why was I so scared of this? I mean, it's exciting, it's nice.
Yeah.
But, well, I think I was just a kid.
Or maybe because the soapies back then were not doing the same storyline. I don't know.
Look, it was nice. I think it was just too much for adults. You know, that ghost for a kid, it looks too real. And then when it starts, there was this graveyard and this raining and the lightning. And I'm like, hey. What is this?
Your problem when you watching.
Then I have to go to sleep. You understand?
And then it will be
playing on your mind, and you like, hey, you don't want to be crying, mama, and all that stuff.
I get you, man.
Yeah, man.
When do you first get exposed to recorded music? Of course, you were exposed to Jack.
Yeah.
The guy who was singing that much back then. Yeah. But when do you first get exposed to recorded music?
Look, there was a guy called Patrick Nkuna.
Okay.
May his soul rest in peace. That guy made me love harmonies. You know, he was a recording artist, and he had exciting songs. He was different. I've heard songs, and his was just different. He had this thing of when he sing, he would do his main vocal, and then there would be this other vocal under his vocals. Backing up the main vocal, and it would sound so cool. And it was traditional Tsonga music, but it sounded more like gospel. So I think that's why I was drawn to it, and I just couldn't resist him. I just I could not resist him. Petru Nkuna was one of the guys I looked up to, and actually.
So his
enjoyed
music,
the music.
you bumped into it through the cassette
The
or
cassette,
CDs?
the cassette.
The one that you used to wipe?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was him and Jerome Hlalala brothers. I can't forget that, you know.
Okay.
And later on, my Kokwan, it's Kokwan Mena, yeah, but it's young. But I call him Kokwan. Israel introduced me to Oliver Mtukudzi. You know, I was like, wow, what is this? This is
So
beautiful.
natural.
It's African. And
So natural.
It's got something, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
I couldn't hear what he was singing.
But you can resonate.
But I could, you know, yeah.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
And the fact you also shared the stage with him, I'm sure it overwhelmed
I
you.
was over the moon. I was like, yeah.
But you're not those groupie people that were taking selfies.
I tried to hold myself, you know. I was that small celebrity sitting there. I was like, I'm not going to go there. I'm not going there.
But you took a photo.
I didn't, but my heart wanted. But look, you know, those guys, when they come on stage, they don't really sit around and stuff like that. They come when they are called and go back. So you don't want to find yourself chasing him to the point where he feels uncomfortable. And we were also, remember, Jazz Festival, Standard Bank Jazz Festival is one of those biggest shows. So there's always, you know, tight security. You don't want to find yourself tripping over and get some few. Because remember, I was the youngest in the lineup. So obviously, you know, being the youngest, you're not that recognized.
Of course.
But you are there, you
Yeah.
know. But I actually had fun performing there and actually performing amongst the greatest. It showed me that I'm on the right path.
And musical instrument, because for sure you knew how to play musical instrument from church.
Yeah.
Were you self-taught or someone taught you?
I was self-taught because I used to, one of the guys that used to look after us, he used to actually be a caretaker of some of the instruments at church. So he would bring the keyboard home. And of course, you know, I'm a curious kid.
Oh, but not your home, his home.
No, he was a caretaker. When my parents were away,
Okay.
they would take him into and stay with us in the house.
Okay.
So obviously, you know, I'm a curious kid, and I would be pressing. Me and my younger brother would be pressing stuff in the keyboard. But we figured out, because we were musical geniuses, I think. We just could figure out things. We only needed to know where's the on button on the keyboard, and from there we could make sounds and could sense that this is now right.
So there was no YouTube tutorial or anything?
No, not that time. I did not even know what's that. Nah, not that time. Nah.
And now, which musical instrument do you know how to play?
Well, I'm mostly exposed to keyboard and marimba and drums as
Which
well.
one is marimba? I don't know marimba.
It's famous in Venda, man. Come on.
Chief, I'm not that traditional.
Man, come on.
I don't know marimba.
This guy.
I just know the name, but I don't know which one is marimba.
You see, it's made out of maplangi. I don't know what you call them. Planks.
Okay.
So it's planks. It's more like a keyboard, but you play with
Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
sticks. It's mostly used by vendor nations.
I get it now. We are 2000. We don't know those things.
You see?
All I know is this Cubase. You can do music
You
with
see?
Cubase.
And there's also marimba and Cubase. You must check it out.
So it's marimba and keyboard and
And drums.
okay.
Yeah, and drums.
Which one is your favorite?
Keyboard.
Okay, because
It's the easiest. it was the easiest I could, I could get. And guitar I was introduced to by my father's younger brother. But I couldn't play it. I tried. My fingers were so small. And then when you're playing, it cuts you and stuff. So it didn't. I couldn't enjoy
couldn't
it.
handle the pain. Actually.
I didn't enjoy it that much, but I love the sound.
Yeah.
But then, the pain was too much, so I didn't.
You go back and teach yourself.
It's painful, that thing for you.
I get people use those things. I don't know what do they call it.
No, the problem is not here. The problem is there.
Oh.
There you can't dodge it.
Yeah.
If you check the fingers of the guitarist, you will see the evidence.
Okay, fast forward 2016 when you first released your album.
Yeah.
That's when you first get your breakthrough. How did that come about? How was it?
Look, I was just chilling. After I became a gospel artist before 2016. I was a gospel artist before 2016, right? And then things didn't work out, so I stopped.
In terms
recording.
of gospel music?
Yeah, I stopped, and then I became just a producer. So I was producing mostly Mozambican artists.
So wait, you stopped because life was not said anymore?
It was not life, it was never been easy. So, I stopped.
You were tired of crying while singing?
I stopped because, it was not making money for me, and I could understand. Gospel is not really a way to make money, and it's a lifestyle. So I just stopped recording gospel music, but I lived the life. So I started producing mostly Mozambican artists, and then when I was busy producing, I was learning new sounds. So that sounds got me. And
so who were the artists that you were producing?
There's like Tonalex, and there's like Patrao Michael. There's quite a lot of guys that I used to. They are mine workers in Rustenburg, most of them.
Okay.
So they would come to my studio and record, So I was like excited. I was like, this sound is nice. So I tried something, and then I asked one of the guys and said, look, help me find a manager maybe to put this on radio, because those days it was quite difficult for us. 2016, it was not easy to just walk up in a radio station and ask them to play your sound, your music. So I thought maybe if I have a manager, things will be easier for me. Luckily, the guy got someone, and someone said, you know what, I'll try to manage you. So the first thing first, they put my song on radio and it played. And it just caught up, just caught fire.
So the guy you're talking about, I was trying to check his name here, because I know for a fact you were signed under this record label.
The Mentor.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the guy from that company?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he actually, he made it possible for me. Yeah.
And then, where is he now? Why are you not with him anymore?
Look, growth is for everyone.
Okay.
He grew, I grew. So,
so it
but
was...
obviously, it's much better if there's an understanding when you're doing things, and then knowing that when you fall pregnant, there will come time when you have to give birth. You can't remain pregnant for 21 years. You have to
Don't start.
you have to give birth.
I don't even want to look. Don't start.
You have to give birth, So and giving birth is not an easy process. It's not an easy process, but it has to come.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not, So look,
why you carry provoking someone?
No, I'm not. I'm just giving it as it is, and it's an easy thing. Everything is a process.
Okay.
If you sign an upcoming artist, you become a manager for that young upcoming artist. When he grows, which means you have also grown, They
won't be upcoming forever.
Even you yourself as an upcoming manager, you won't remain an upcoming manager anymore. So if he grows and become independent, which means you have been given a badge as well to become, you are a manager that has produced an artist that is now self-standing.
So this album came came after or before, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this title well, Lovola Money.
Lovola Money, actually,
it's Lovola Money,
that's
not
the
Lovola.
first, that's the one, that's the first one, 2016.
Okay.
That's the first song that actually placed me on people's mouths.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
So it was you who wrote the song?
No, I always write my songs here. I don't, I produce my songs, I write my songs.
But then also, I once heard you on this other interview, you were saying you don't usually write your song. Yes.
Look, we call it writing because that's what we call it. But actually, I stand in front of a mic and I start chanting. I start chanting, yeah. But that's basically, Because obviously, even when you upload your songs, they will say who wrote the song. You say I wrote the song, but basically you didn't sit down with the pen and.
What kind of packs did that song came with? Lovola band.
It was like African packs.
Okay.
You know, you'd find your percussions there. You'd find your marimba, like I said.
And you were playing them.
And shakers. I do everything in my music. I produce my own stuff. I engineer my stuff. I mix and master my stuff.
Okay.
I don't. The thing is, I work with on my own terms, so it will be difficult for someone to produce or even engineer my stuff.
So you've never sang on someone's beat?
I do.
Okay.
Well, when they feature me, but when it comes to my production or my music, I don't remember having to use someone's beat. Oh, okay, there's one. I did with PHB.
Okay.
PHB Finance. Actually, I used their beat on that song, and it's on my album, but it is also on their album as well. Yeah, so it's more like a feature. So.
In these 16 years of singing, because it's 16 years now, ne?
Wow. Yeah.
In the music industry.
Yeah.
Almost a decade and a half.
Bruh, how old am I?
Damn. Until 30.
Don't say. I'm joking.
Because I read it somewhere.
I'm joking. Look, I'm on there. Yes.
Yeah, but I'm sure it was not easy for you, man. I mean, these 16 years of being in the music industry, it was not easy.
No, it wasn't.
Building the brand of Hennessy that people know today.
Yeah.
How was the journey?
It was quite difficult. Like I told you, it was a music. It was a musical, and then I stopped. I became a waiter.
A waiter?
Yes. Wow. I stopped. I became a waiter.
Which year was this?
What was before I got married? When was that? 2008 or 7.
Yes.
So I became a waiter for 3 years. Yeah. So, and then during my waitering time, you know, I would sing for people when they are having a birthday.
But it was not spare.
It was ocean basket. At least it was offensive. I was serving fish, but I was serving fish.
I can see. Doing
I can still see
birthday
myself.
songs.
Those one, at least they have a speaker, you know. And then, so that one, it was just me, and my fellow waiters will be laughing. I'm singing for the people there. They will be standing there laughing at me, and my boss used to like it. Henny. I already knew.
Come and sing, my boy.
Yeah, and I'm not getting paid for it. No.
Even tips.
I must go claim my man.
You wouldn't even getting tips.
I want my man. I want my man.
So how long did you last there? You said 3 years.
3 years, and then the last straw was when I felt like, you know, in Ocean Basket in Rustenburg was too much for me. I tried to go to Pretoria. I didn't last a day there. I came back with my tail. Yeah, the same restaurant, you know. They transferred me from Rustenburg to Pretoria. I get there. The guys want me to train from the beginning. I was like, no. Same day. I didn't even serve a single table. Took my bag, on my thing. It's $25. It was still $25 from Pretoria to Rustenburg. Went back to Rustenburg with my tail behind.
But you still had a job that time, or you were fired?
That guy favored me, my former boss. So I went there for a few weeks, but I quit. And then I asked them to give me, you know, something, Yana, so that I can sustain myself. So I bought a computer. That's where the studio started.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I know for a factory, you were rejected many times back then.
Yeah.
People didn't like you and whatsoever.
Yeah.
How was it like when everything was happening like that? Didn't you feel like maybe I should also just quit this music industry and do something else?
The unfortunate part is that music you can't quit. You can quit, but music won't quit you. So it was painful when people have like negative comments. You know, there can be 1,000 people screaming your name and say we love you, and then there's 2 guys saying your music sucks. You would hear more of the ones that are saying your music sucks than the one that says we love you. But at the end of the day, it's part of the journey. I appreciate that because I think it was fuel for me. It was gasoline, you know, to be like, you know what, I have to do this because I cannot be in this position. I need to make something out of myself so that people can see that I'm the best, you know. And obviously you start working hard, you know. It's hard, it's difficult, it's not nice, it's a pain, it's a painful thing to go through. You do not want people to be commenting on your Facebook a lot of stuff, but I think it paid off, you know, to hang on there, because I look at my Facebook page now, I have a lot of love, people that loves me, and there's barely a bad comment. Even if someone comments bad, they'll bring themselves back and start saying nice things. They start following. So I think I've handled it well.
But for sure, it was not just yourself only. Someone was there for you to give you the courage and everything.
Of course.
Who was there for you?
I always have my wife beside me.
Your manager?
My manager, my wife angel.
Bro, it's not easy. Like, I'm in the industry, of course. It's not easy for someone to have their spouse as their manager.
Yeah.
How do you do it?
Look, it's not that difficult. It's actually exciting, because I don't have to explain why did I come back 2 o'clock, you know. Why didn't I come back?
And you guys are doing well. I mean, look at you, Mr. Major. And Tsonga, Moses. You guys are doing quite well.
Because we see things as they are. When we don't have money, we can see we don't have money. And when we have failed somewhere, we cannot lie to ourselves. We can see that we have failed. There's no one to report to but ourselves. And it makes things easier for us to actually see that we are doing well or not. No one is going to lie to me and say, hey, you're doing well, if I'm not doing well. We can clearly see, which means we're not doing well. We need to pull up our socks. If we're not getting gigs, it's easier for me to communicate. If I'm doing well online, I don't see the money, it's easier to ask, hey, what's happening? You understand? So it's unlike when you're being managed by someone who you need to call first, and then they say, I'm busy, I'll call you after 2. Did you claim my money? No, I'll check it after. I'm busy. You understand? So it's much more better. I think that's why it works.
But then what triggered you to have your wife as a manager? For sure it's something pulled you, or maybe it's better I have my wife as my manager.
Look, I mean, it was the time. It was just about time. I think it's been coming for a long time. And by the time when my manager dropped me or decided to, you know, to focus on his family matters, because I think that's what came up. What came? He said he wants to focus on his family. I had no one to actually do my management, and I did not see myself getting signed again. I saw there's a gap of artists that stands on their own, and I could see there's hope for that, you know. So I actually took that, you know, and as an opportunity, and I could see my wife is wise enough and she's matured enough to could handle the pressure, and I think she's doing a great job. Right?
So she have never robbed you?
I don't know. But I sometimes see some bags there and some shoes I don't know. I'm like,
come close here and tell me. She's never robbed you?
There's shoes I don't know that I didn't buy. There's shoes I didn't buy. And I can already tell you that, yeah, you see, it's my money. I'm joking. Look, man, I mean, it's fair.
Yeah.
It's only fair to say that I've never been happy. Actually, it's the best decision I've ever made.
Where do you meet actually with her?
In Rustenburg.
Okay.
In church, yeah.
What happened? Oh, in church?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was playing my keyboard and then an angel came. I couldn't stop looking. I was like, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah. I love you. Yeah, but
I can imagine.
Yeah, I was just looking and I was like,
That's the one.
That's the one.
And that time you're not dating anyone, because I know for a fact, people who are in the working
in the music praise team,
the worship team,
yeah,
they always play with ladies' hearts.
Hey, I know we are famous for that, but I was that guy. Like I told you, I was a disciplined boy. So at that time, I was not dating anyone.
Is
And,
it?
no, I was not.
I mean, because you see it, that's why you're...
No. She even knows that because even someone suggested her that, you would make a good couple with Henny. You see, they were already giving me, they were already passing me, you see. So it was easy for me. I had it easy, you see.
So you went for her or she went for you? After
We went for each other. That one I'm not going to turn. I'm not going to lie. Someone proposed, but I can't remember who. But me and her, one has proposed someone there.
You went to him or he went to you? What did he say?
I'm the type of guy that if I want something, I go.
And then she went for it. She fell for my pickup line. And it was lame, man. That was a lame pickup line. Like, I'm that type of guy.
But at that time, it was your best.
It was the best shot I could give my friend. I was like, yeah, I'm here.
And then I went...
So what do you think? Imagine saying that after.
Let's give it a try.
And she was like, yeah, because she could see it's a black bone.
Mara, that one I can't deny. Because even the drip, I'm sure back then you was also dripping.
Kupi. Wait. I was wearing a codro.
Spaghetti.
Codro.
Spaghetti.
With a boot thingy, with a flare, like, And I was dripping there with my t-shirts and stuff. But look, it was time, It was what I could manage at that moment. But, well, I was just fine. I was a fine boy. Fine.
But then for someone who's just studying, an upcoming artist, can you advise them to work? Of course, I mean someone who has a spouse already. Can you advise them to work with their spouse, or they should experience first with someone who's not close to them, or who they don't know?
Look, my advice doesn't mean anything. I can advise them too, but then if they don't have a wife like mine, it might not work out. You understand?
Yeah.
So they should sense if it's a good thing to do. Other people were managed by their parents and it didn't work out. Others were managed by their parents and it worked out. So it's all about what you feel inside. If you feel it's right, trust me, go for it. Yeah. Well, I can't advise and say, do it. It's a good thing. It's a good thing for me because probably I chose the right wife. You understand?
How long have you been together actually?
18.
18?
Yeah. 18 years. Yeah.
Wow. 18 years?
Yeah, bro.
So what are you doing for your 2-year celebration decades? 2-year decades?
Look, me and my wife, we always wing things.
Okay.
We don't really have this thing of sitting down and say, yeah, we're going to do this and this and this. We always just do what we feel like doing at that particular time.
If
and
you feel like today I want to go to Venda,
we just move, When the money is there and we feel like we must go, we go. If we are broke, we are broke. We eat cabbage and pap and celebrate, whatever. As long as we're together, then that's it,
During COVID, when you mentioned if there's money, we just go. How was life during COVID?
Hey, why not? Don't start there. Don't remind me. Hey, bruh, I saw a ghost.
What was he saying?
Hey, look, that time I was still signed. That's when I got to see that, life is life. And life can just turn and become sour now. There was no income. There was like nothing. And that's when also my manager decided to drop me.
You like a hot potato.
Not really like a hot potato. He was busy also himself. He had some few things to do, to attend to, and to look at his family because it was hard for everyone.
Sure.
So now I had a choice to stick to my guns and say, I'm known, I cannot go back to work, or I must go back to work. And what do I go back to work to? Is it a fancy job? No, it's not a fancy job. Obviously, I don't have the education for that, so which means I have to go back either waitering or something else. I don't know.
You thought of going back?
What, dude? It was hard. It was hard, and but with the family that understands your nature of work or your line of work, they stood by me and they supported me. We ate what we ate, and God pulled us through. I remember, Spa doesn't like to be mentioned. But I remember they gave me, my wife approached them and they gave us a card with $500. We had to buy some few things with it. It was a gift card. I still have that gift card. because it reminds me that, you know what, life can change, so
Yeah.
we need to be wise when we're doing things. It's not like I was not wise financially, but I was still, at that moment, I was actually just breaking through into the industry. That's when people were starting to notice me and start to take me serious as an artist. And then COVID came, you know? So it kind of disturbed a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was a bad one. Did your wife study for this music thing?
No.
It's
She
just
didn't.
passion?
It's just passion from watching me doing my thing.
Yeah.
And she just understands me better. So she knows what I want. And she knows how I want things. And at least I can control her. I can make her run up and down. I'm just joking. I'm
I also
just
saw your
kidding.
post.
I'm just kidding.
I
I'm
also
just
saw your
kidding.
post.
Yeah.
It's not easy to work with you because apparently she was supposed to design a cover album.
Yeah, she has to
And you
come
sent
with
her
an
to
idea.
to the drawing board.
Yeah, no. If I don't like something, it doesn't matter because at the end of the day, as an artist, I have a vision
Yeah.
in my head and I want it to come to life.
Yeah.
And you as a manager, somehow you have to make it come to life. We forget the wife part now. Now we are working. So if I did not like something, I actually sent her back and said, try something else. Let's try something else. Because I'm busy working the music. The music is speaking. So you do the other management part. So
But how easy is it to like differentiate that or now she's not my wife, she's my manager. We have to work.
I think we just wing it, like I said. We don't really have a strategy. We just wing it. We just know when it's time to work, or we just know when to do the baby mbamba mwah, and stuff. We know exactly when to do it, and then when it's time to work, like, you know, arranging this interview, she knows what to do. She know how I want it to go. She will know how to communicate with you and not make you feel like you are not important. So I think that's the best thing that she has when it
she's
comes to
very
things
nice,
like
eh?
that.
She's
You
very
understand?
nice.
Yeah, she knows how to make me feel important also. So
And you know, for a fact, while I was speaking to her, that's before I saw her Facebook account.
Yeah.
I thought maybe she's white because of the accent.
yeah. You know, there's some blood in there.
Oh.
Yeah, there's some blood
it's
in
a
there.
mixture.
Yeah, there's a blood. There's
I
some
chose
blood in
well,
there.
my guy. You chose
I'm
well.
dangerous. You see, when it comes to that part, you see, I don't mix. I'm just kidding. You guys don't take me serious. Don't take me serious.
And then fast forward, Miropa came to you.
Yeah,
You're not
yeah.
the brand ambassador of Miropa Casino. How did that come about?
Look at this amazing.
While growing up, I'm sure you never imagined yourself as the brand ambassador
Look, I was
of a
just
place
I was
like
passing here, school holidays, Joburg, to my parents' Mukuku there, come back. I didn't even look this side. What is there for me?
Because it's too
I mean,
fancy for you.
come on, why would I even look at this side?
Sure.
You know. But then, you know, when the deal came, I was like, okay, that's beautiful and that's awesome, and actually just took me back, like, wow, okay, so things like this can really locate me. I didn't have to approach them. You know, they approached me. That means a lot. Yeah, that means a lot. And Miropa is such a wonderful place. You know, it carries a lot of culture and dignity in it. So that relates to me. You know, I have this culture and I want to be a dignified man. I don't want to be this flying, simple guy. You know, I want to be a pioneer man. Yeah, and this place says that, you know. So my face being in their wall, that already pushes me even more harder that I should become what I want to be. Yeah.
What did it mean to your music career? The fact you're now the brand ambassador of Miropa,
Look, it improves a lot. People start taking you serious.
including bookings.
Bookings, you know, when I negotiate now, I can I tell her, hey, when they are talking to her, I said, they say, we want to book Henny. She says, yeah, you know, he's also an ambassador. That's a plus 2,000
Just for free.
just for free.
How much
I'm
is your
just
bookings
kidding.
now, actually? If you can tell us.
I know, I don't know. That one is management business. Me, nah, I'm just that guy that dance and sweat and go back home. Management handles that part. I don't know how much, but don't ask her.
You said 30 is too much.
This guy don't want people to book me anymore. Yeah, that's a car, bro. That's a Uno.
I'm just kidding.
That's a Uno, bro.
I'm just
I
kidding.
can
man.
just say to the people, I don't pay me money, just buy me Uno. I'll be sorted, you know.
You will pay, Chief. You know we'll come for you. If you're not doing music, of course you get rest sometimes from doing music.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Bruh, I'm a father, and the most thing that I enjoy is being with my family. I'm a house rat. If I'm not going out to perform, I'm mostly in the house. I love being in my house. Otherwise, I would be, if not handling Mirupa's work and other few things. I'm in the house, bro.
So, the fact you're a brand ambassador of Mirupa, you have some work to do besides just being the face. What kind of work?
Look, we you know, when there's a car giveaway, they always give away cars.
Okay.
I come in and I do my performance. So I'm
Okay.
still doing my job. And look, I have to show my face here. You know, meet people that wants to see me. And just, you know, just be around, and I can come here and walk around, you know. It's my space.
You know, I've had a
It's
talk
space.
with the likes of Venda Boy Poet, Mutlanalo, and also Pleasure.
Yeah.
But they didn't want to tell me, Ray, how much are they getting in a month?
Oh, you mean the money?
Yeah.
This guy was he's in my
I
pocket.
just want to know.
It's in my pocket. No, leave the money away. He was on Bambunkunzi. Look, the money part is not important. What is important is that, you know, I'm recognized to that part where even big brands can want to relate with my brand. And that alone, it's more than the money. You know, it's more than the money. I just enjoy that part.
I feel you, man. I feel you.
Yeah.
I want to wrap this interview with an IQ test. The reason why I asked you...
Chai! You see now? You see now?
So the reason why I asked you when we started...
The school.
Did you watch any episode? It was because I wanted to know if you know where there's an IQ test.
Oh, Nkosi Sam.
So at the end of every interview, we do an IQ test of 5 questions. But before that, I want to know, do you think you have made it into this music industry?
No,
and why do
no,
you
no.
say so?
I haven't made it. I'm still very far. Actually, this is the beginning.
Okay.
There's still a long way to go. But I haven't even reached the surface. I'm still digging myself out from the pit.
Out of 100%?
Look, man, I'm on your 20-something%. This music industry is so big.
Yeah.
Actually, even this 20% that I'm giving myself it's way too much. This, you know, when I did geography, a little bit of it. When you look at the sea, you think it's deep, but it's not that deep. The sea is so deep, but music is deeper.
That's how you can describe it.
Yeah, so imagine if the music industry is deeper than the sea.
Yeah.
You can only imagine how far I am to become what I want to be, and to become what I've seen or what I know there is to become. You know, So I'm still I haven't even scratched the surface.
No, I feel you, man.
Yeah.
And also, I forgot to you guys are doing something. I think it's a contest or something.
Yeah.
What are you busy with?
Okay, it's Miss Essence. It's called Miss Essence SA.
Okay.
You know, this competition is about, it's not about beauty of the face. It's about beauty of personality.
Okay.
I'm collaborating with Miropa Casino, Energy FM, and Love Life. So we just want to empower one woman or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, you know, where we just let them come. It's not like they compete about beauty. They're just going to be having fun, and then we're just going to select 1 or 2 to become the face of Miss Essence. So it's not really much of a competition of you are beautiful than this one or you're much wiser than this one. No, it's just about having to uplift and actually place beautiful faces in and outside into our social media platforms, and then also, you know, introduce young talent. You know, modeling is also a talent, you know. So yeah, that's what we're doing. So it's the closing date is on the 5th of what is this
May.
coming month?
I think it's on the 5th of May, right?
Yeah. So and then we'll start the actual competition. But it's an exciting one.
Oh.
Yeah.
If people want to enter, how do they do it?
There's a number. They can just go on my Facebook page and check. There's a number there that I always put out. You know, they can just SMS or WhatsApp that number. A pop-up message will pop into their thingy, and then they will get to read the rules and everything and instructions on how to join.
So it's not for people that are in Polokwane, it's for everyone.
It's for everyone, as long as you can manage to come here, because we will host it here in Meropa Casino. Yeah.
And then in terms of music, what are you working on now?
I am dropping my music. I am dropping my album on Wednesday. I don't know.
This coming Wednesday?
Yeah, I'm dropping my album on Wednesday. And I'm excited, man. After a long time, after, you know, I released after a year. Normally people expect my album February or March. But this time I pushed it a little back because I want to break my own record. I once dropped an album of 22 songs.
Double disc?
Double disc, yeah. Levels, it's on the name of the album. So I want to break that record. You know?
So she's done with the cover page.
She nailed it.
Now you like
nailed.
it. Now you like it.
I like it. I like it a lot.
It's time for me to fry you now. IQ test.
You see now, I can't speak English.
Don't worry, my guy. This is simple. This is simple.
Shamina ashibasanga.
Question number 1. The current Minister of Electricity.
Ay.
Nazo.
Ay. You see, I know the guy.
I know you know the guy.
And I know his face.
Sure. But I need the name. I don't need the face.
You see, that guy, he's also an engineer.
I need the name.
Look, I'm coming.
And don't look there.
No. Those guys, forget about them.
Sure.
He's also an engineer, qualified one.
Sure.
And he has a very good speech. When he speaks,
sure.
I can feel that, yeah,
this
guy's going to fix the load shedding.
Marano.
I've seen him on TikTok, but trust me, I don't know his name.
Should I tell you the answer?
Please.
It's Ramukhupa Jose Encho. Jose Encho. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correct, but yeah, that one.
Hey, you see now my head is down. I was being clever the whole time, yeah.
Question number 2.
Oh, yeah.
What has a head and a tail, but doesn't have a body?
It's a coin.
Nazo.
You're
playing zip,
I can thank my son for that one. Divine, thank you, boy.
Zip.
Thank you, my son. Yeah.
Okay. Let's go now. Question number 3. I won't say your age because I said I must not say it, but you're 30.
Yeah, I'm 37. I'm 37. I want to say myself. I'm 37. Yeah.
If you were born 11 years ago.
38.
If you were born 11 years ago, how old would you be today?
29. Am I?
Should I repeat the question?
I think so.
If you were born 11 years ago, how old would you be today?
Oh, I was being clever. If I was born 11 years ago,
sure.
that was going to be 11. I was going to be 11. Come on, man. Exactly. Hey.
Question number 4.
Yeah.
How many days in a week ends with the letter Y?
All of them.
Career will see flames.
All of them. Yeah.
Last one.
Yeah.
You are in a race. And you pass the person who's in second position. What position are you?
First. Pass him. Who's on the second?
You are in a race.
Yeah.
And you pass the person who's in second position.
Oh, I'm number 2. I've become the guy.
That's okay.
I've become one myself.
At least you didn't get the first one, but all these other ones you got them right.
Yeah, man.
So IQ is high. Congratulations to you.
Yeah,
this is a metric.
I could have went to metric way too. Maybe I was gonna make it. Hey,
Henny,
sir.
thank you very much, man, for honoring the invitation. I really appreciate it and your team, man. One last thing that you maybe want to tell our viewers that maybe I didn't ask you.
Look, I just wanna thank everyone and you guys. You know, you're playing a big part, you know, in my life. An interview, you guys might take it as if I'm doing you a favor, but you're actually doing me a favor because
of course.
you're introducing me to a different market.
Yeah.
People that did not know me, and I appreciate it. And to my fans out there, look, I'm just humbled that you take your time and listen to my music. You're not forced or bound to, but you decide to do it, and you do it without my knowledge. Sometimes you play it in your car, in your house, in your party, your marriage, and your weddings, and that means a lot to me. I appreciate it so much, and I'll keep on doing my best to actually deliver good music for you. And if I'm right, correct me. If I'm wrong, leave me alone, please. I'm just kidding, but like, you know, you can just keep it and tell me when we meet. Don't tell me on Facebook, please. You are exposing me. But I love you guys so much, and then I appreciate you so much. And thanks for supporting me. And let's keep buying originals online. Let us not download by the Hong Kong side.
They will fakaza you. So today, I'm not gonna do the conclusion.
Yeah.
I want you to do the conclusion by a cappella. Can you do that?
I'm expensive.
Come on.
It's gonna be expensive. It's gonna cost him this one.
It won't hurt you.
So which means this podcast we're posting it on my account.
Don't worry. After this interview, many vendor people are going to know you. Don't worry, my guy. I will plug you.
I know. That's why I don't want to sing. You see, I want them to come and hear me sing.
Let's go. Henny, Henny, Henny. Sing. Henny, 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 Henny.
Thank you so much for watching.
From myself.
Look, man, I'll do it next time.
From myself and the rest of Masters Podcast team, Narazava Twatir, Mushad.
Thank you.